Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Six Man Blitz. I'm Jake Lynch. Hey, your boy won his first game of fantasy baseball. Let's see how long that keep up, or how long I'm gonna actually pay attention to it.
How many people are doing fantasy baseball? Because I know I'm not. But I'm Micah Huff. Moment of silence for the man that damn near almost lost his life trying to mess with Aaron Donald at a bar. Like, what goes in your head when you do something like that? The man trying to get a lawsuit. Work on your recovery time, man. Take some rest. Go to sleep.
He messed him up. He messed him up so bad. He put him in a sling. How you get into a fight and get put in a sling, man?
Sling. He had a big ass red eye. Like, come on, man.
Man, you just asking for trouble messing with Aaron Donald. You not see how big he is, man?
Bench 500 pounds. Hey, if I mess up him, I'm buying him 3 drinks, bro. I don't care, man.
I know he's not that tall, but he's huge, man.
He's not that tall, but
he's huge, man. Nobody can stop him on the field. You think you can stop him at a bar?
hey, but to that man though, come on the show, Six Man Blitz. We'll share your story, man. Spread some awareness to you almost dying.
All right. But we got a great interview for you guys today. We got Ohio State linebacker Tuf Borland and NFL draft prospect in a few weeks or next weekend. So we gonna be supporting them, and hopefully maybe the Bears, maybe NFL. So, but we can support him anywhere he goes. Great interview. Takes him through Bolingbrook to Ohio State, all the way until now. So draft week. But make sure to subscribe to Six Man Blitz on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, wherever you listen to podcasts. So hit that plus button next to us. At 91 subscribers, trying to reach our goal of 100. Give a giveaway soon on Instagram at 100.
We're at 91. We're close.
We're very close. Then follow us on social media, Six Man Blitz, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Post on there all the time. Help us get our following up. Anything helps. You got anything else?
If you see a Six Man Blitz, DM in your message request, of course. Check your message request first. But you get one of those, come on the show, share your story. Love to have you on and just help us get more views up, man.
Now let's get into this intro.
Touchdown Bears! No way!
Fires, yards! The Bulls lead 87-86.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
Now let's welcome on the Ohio State linebacker and NFL linebacker in a few weeks, Tuf Borland. How you feeling today, man?
Doing good. It's good to be on and talk with you guys.
Appreciate it, man. All right, so let's start off. We got to start off with the name. Let's start off with, how did you get your name, Tuf Borland?
Yeah. So my dad had a coworker when we lived out in California, and his name was Tough. So he kind of threw it out there as a joke to my mom, and she rolled with it. So it started as a joke, and kind of they went ahead with it.
Yeah, that's definitely a great name for a linebacker, especially. Now let's move to high school. You came to Bolingbrook High School as a freshman, and you got some time on varsity. How was that experience for you?
No, it was unbelievable. The older guys kind of embraced me. And I actually played with your brothers, Micah. So, great players, great people. I really enjoyed the Bolingbrook experience and learned a lot from the coaches and my teammates. So overall, it was a great time.
Yeah, I mean, you would expect there to be like a lot of animosity from the older guys. They're like, this freshman coming in, it's my senior year, it's my time. But I mean, that's good that they embraced you and all that.
Yeah, every once in a while you'll get somebody. There was someone, but for the most part, good guys.
All right, so now after your high school days, you choose Ohio State. So what all went into that process to choose the Buckeyes over other schools?
Yeah, I knew kind of growing up, I wanted to stay in the Big Ten. My dad played at University of Wisconsin, so that was kind of where I always expected to end up, but things didn't exactly, play out that way. I enjoyed Wisconsin. I looked into Michigan State, Northwestern, a few other schools. But at the end of the day, I just felt like it was the best place for me. It's also kind of hard to say no when Urban Meyer comes knocking on your door. So, no, it was a good experience.
When you talk about Urban, do you have an Urban Meyer story off the top of your head to give?
Not necessarily. He wasn't too, interactive in my specific recruitment. But, I mean, there's so many great stories, guys would, make fun of them and kind of, impersonate them in the locker room, things like that. But no, I'm not the guy to give it to give you those.
Nah, you're good, man. That decision to Ohio State, that played big time, man. You guys were in the Big Ten championship, even in the college playoff, many years. But so your freshman year coming into Ohio State, you redshirt. So how was that process? Can you describe that for many people that come into college after being the guy in high school and stuff and having a redshirt? What's that process like?
Yeah, when they would tell you, you're going to be a redshirt, the first thought in your mind is like what? Kind of like I didn't really come here for that, but there's a specific plan in place, and at the end of the day, like I'm so glad that happened. I got a year ahead academically. I got a year under my belt to get bigger, faster, stronger, and just to really soak it all in from the older guys that were ahead of me. And that's the unique thing about Ohio State is the culture of the sign of a good culture is when the leaders are able to kind of pass down what they know to like the younger guys. And then those younger guys become the upperclassmen, become the seniors, and then they can pass it along. So I think that's the special thing about Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State got a good tradition. Every year it's like 5, 6 guys, more than that even, going to the NFL. So it's just everybody just keeps reloading there. Yeah. But after your redshirt year, you finally get some playing time, especially that Army game. You had 12 tackles and you burst on the scene. How was that game for you, finally creating a name for yourself?
No, it was great. To finally have that opportunity. Felt like it had been a long time coming. Going into the season, I wasn't, really the starter. I don't know if people really expected me to play much even then. But I think Army was, kind of like the perfect storm, perfect opportunity for me to show out what I do well. And that's finding the football and tackling it and making plays. So that was a perfect opportunity, and I made the most of it.
Yeah. So after that year, you became a captain for Ohio State. So how was it being known as you were a 3-time captain for Ohio State? You'll never be a 3-time captain. Only 2 of the people did that. So how was it being one of the greatest leaders of all time at Ohio State?
It's, I'm humbled to be in that situation. JT Barrett was the only other guy. So there's some, good company there. But like even going in, like I just focused on kind of earning the respect and the trust of my teammates. That really wasn't easy that first year just because, I had the Achilles injury and that put me out, 5-6 months. So really I was just trying to get back for my team. And I think guys really, respected the way that I went about, handling that and handling my business to get back on the field.
You mentioned some of the positives about being a captain, but what was some of the pressures of year in, year out, being one of the guys that's got to hold guys accountable, got to get things going?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you don't really know what you're in for until you're in it. As a young guy, you look up to the leaders, and all of a sudden, those guys, you look around the locker room, those guys aren't there anymore. So you kind of got to take it upon yourself. Now, it wasn't always easy for me because naturally, I think I'm more introverted, but gradually as the years went on, I think I stepped into that vocal role that the team needed. And again, just earning, you become a leader in 2 ways, and that's first earning the respect, and you do that through, your work ethic, being accountable to yourself, just the way that you approach your business every day, and then earning the trust, just forming relationships, getting to know who they are as people, off the field, what their likes, what their dislikes are, what their family upbringing's like. So that all comes into play.
So we talked about Urban Meyer earlier. You went through a coaching change, but it wasn't really, someone wasn't really coming in, taking over. Ryan Day was offensive coordinator, took over. So how was that switch going from Urban Meyer to Ryan Day?
Well, first, they're, both great people, great leaders, great coaches, but they do it in kind of like their own unique style. Coach Meyer, people respected him, but there was also kind of that level of fear. Like, you didn't want to be on Coach Meyer's bad side. When Coach Day stepped in, there really wasn't that big of a difference. Like, he knew the program, he knew the guys, and it was just a different personality and different, person leading us. His personality, he's just one of the guys. Like, he's extremely positive. He's easy to talk to. He's approachable. And I think that's why guys respect him so much and, play so hard for him.
Yeah, those player-type coaches are great coaches. Now, at Ohio State, you've been lucky to be so successful. 4 of the last Big Ten championships have been to Ohio State. And I really don't remember them having a bad year. But how did Ohio State remain so dominant in the Big Ten to you?
Yeah, I think it goes back to the culture and the people that surround the program, the strength coaches, our position coaches, and the leaders that, kind of pass down what they learned to, the underclassmen. And really just knowing that, we always have a target on our backs. People are always going to be gunning for us. That's just the nature of it at Ohio State. You either love us or you hate us. And, we embrace that, and we bring it every time we step on the field.
Now, being at Ohio State, that means being part of the rivalry, Ohio State versus the team up north. How would you describe the rivalry to the people that aren't part of it and just see it on TV every year?
I mean, it's the game, literally the game. You could go into the game undefeated, and if you lose with those guys, none of that matters. That's the crazy part about it. And I think why we've had so much success is because we literally train for it all year round. We did workout specifically, catered for them. It's just something always in the back of our minds. But yeah, I mean, the intensity, the passion, the physicality, I think everything ramps up just for that week. So it truly is, it's the greatest rivalry in sports.
Yeah, especially after you guys play your second to last game. That Sunday, there's no M in Columbus. Everything's taped off everywhere. So it's just
street signs all around campus. Yeah.
It's like every day they'll post a new picture and it's just everywhere. It's just no M there.
Yep.
Yeah. That's got to be an intense week.
Yeah. I mean, it's really it's a way of life for people in Ohio. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so talking about your time with the Buckeyes, I asked my brothers, they have their favorite memory with Minnesota. That's beating Wisconsin after all those years. Now, what's your favorite memory with the Buckeyes?
Well, certainly each win over the team up north, it was very special. Played in a lot of big games. The Big Ten championships are special, and then moving into this year with all the different challenges we faced, seeing how the way last year ended. Moment number one for me was beating Clemson this year, and getting back at those guys. But so many great memories. It's hard to single out one specific memory.
Yeah, that definitely is probably a tough answer. You see, beating Clemson, beating Michigan, like all these wins.
Yeah, you got a lot of them. Like I said, Ohio State has been bad in like a while. I mean, we can't even remember when. But so after your Ohio State days are over, it's the draft time process. Could we see a possible reunion between your old coach, Urban Meyer, or you?
I guess it's a possibility, but I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm just kind of taking it day by day, keeping my head down, keeping focused, going to work, and just letting it play out as it does. I'll be happy to end up anywhere, and the goal there is just to make a team, and be a valuable contributor to that organization.
Yeah, that would be a nice connection. Florida's nice too, but it's a little dangerous. I know some dudes on my team that be talking badly about Florida, but so now you're working towards, the draft. What is that schedule like? Is the meetings working out? Like, could you describe that for us?
Yeah. So from really right after the national championship game, the next day I was at my training facility in Fort Lauderdale. So when I was there, there's no time off. So when I was there, it was some type of run, whether that be speed or agility in the morning. We'd have like a lunch break. Training in the morning would be from like 9 to 11, and then we'd be off from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. We'd get back in the facility and lift for another 2 hours, from 1:30 to 3:30 or something like that. Then after that, it's weird. It's a lot of free time. Coming from a college where, you're literally booked from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. So there's some free time there to kind of relax, watch some film. Then as the, kind of the draft process progressed, some interviews started. Just talking with different teams, different coaches. And then now, after pro day, it's all about, it's like a complete mindset shift. Go from being a track athlete to, getting back in football mode. So right now I'm training, 3-4 hours a day at the OSU facility. And then, more free time. It's like I'm kind of unemployed at this point. But
free time, you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Free time be crucial, man. Get 5 minutes, I'm in my bed.
No, I get it. You love it as a college student. Any nap time you can get, take it. But now it's just kind of like, I feel like I always need to be doing something.
Yeah. All right, so draft week, it's coming up, but one of your teammates, Justin Fields, has been getting thrown under the bus this week. A bunch of false narratives and stuff about his competitive nature, all this crap being thrown out there by draft experts and stuff. What would you have to say to all these draft experts about Justin Fields?
No, I mean, Justin does everything you'd ask of him. He came in from Georgia. He didn't say much. He just went to work, put his head down, and earned the respect of his teammates. And a lot of those reports, couldn't be more wrong. Justin's everything you'd want in a franchise type quarterback, and I think he's going to have a lot of success in the NFL.
All right, so normally we do rapid fire questions on here, but now we're going to hit the rapid fire questions. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
Now the first one being, what is the hardest part about being a Division I athlete? We've gotten some answers, time management. I might go with that too, but what's your answer?
Oh, it's got to be time management, no doubt. Hardest part is probably after a practice, going into tutoring and studying. It's awful. Trying to focus from like 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. It's no one wants to do that.
Yeah, those study tables be terrible.
All right, so playing one of the best conferences in football. So who would you say is the best player you ever played against?
In the Big Ten, is probably a toss-up between Jonathan Taylor or Saquon Barkley. I mean, obviously this past year we played Clemson, we played Alabama. So, I mean, Trevor Lawrence and Najee Harris are up there, probably at the top of the list as well.
Yeah, those are some good answers. But now you played in some great stadiums. So what's the best stadium you played in?
Penn State night out or white out. That's crazy. Wisconsin's a good one. It's extremely unique. Nebraska. That's kind of a weird environment though. Like you go in there and you're expected to be like booed, like heckled, like the whole game, and their fans are so nice. Like we walked out of there one time. I think we won like, I don't know. It had to have been like 55-10 or something crazy, and they were congratulating us and telling us good game. So I mean that was a unique one.
I'd probably say 55. I mean, shoot. I mean,
you can't be brutal if you're getting your ass kicked.
All right, let's say you're walking down the alley. It's 3 a.m. Who are you picking next to you to get into a fight with? You need some protection.
Let's hope you don't run into Aaron Donald.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to ask if you guys saw it.
Yeah.
On my team?
Or anybody. It can be anybody.
I mean, I got to go with like an MMA fighter. Like those guys are different breeds.
Yeah, that's definitely a popular answer with that question. But now going into the next one, settle the Jordan and LeBron debate for us. Who you got?
That's difficult. I'm a LeBron guy. It was really cool to see The Last Dance and everything that Jordan did. Growing up, in this era, we have no idea. Like you can pull up highlights, but to see how dominant he was really cool. But I'm a LeBron guy at the end of the day. I'm staying on LeBron as
you're the first person to say that on this one.
Really?
Yeah,
man. All right. So, what was your welcome to Division I football moment?
Welcome to Division I football. I would say Penn State, my redshirt freshman year. I think it was a game at home. We were playing against Penn State, Saquon Barkley, McSorley, some of those guys. And I blew one assignment, and I got thrown out of there real quick. So that was probably, a rude awakening. And it opens your eyes up and says, this is for real. And if you're not playing to the standard, then you're not going to play.
Was that the game Saquon returned the opening kickoff?
Yeah.
That place went silent after that. And when you turned that, every place went silent. It was crazy.
I will say though, the loudest I ever heard it is when we blocked that punt at the end of the game.
Oh,
the
yeah.
loudest I ever heard, the shoe.
It was a great game. But now you play linebacker. So who is a current or former player that you modeled your game after growing up?
Growing up, I mean, there were so many guys. Being a Chicago guy, I mean, growing up, Brian Urlacher is probably the guy that I looked at. Moving into Ohio State. Another guy growing up was James Laurinaitis. Was kind of was an Ohio State guy, a legend up here. So seeing him, I've gotten a chance to talk with him some. Coming as a freshman, there's so many guys. Raekwon McMillan. Even the guys that never stepped on the field as a linebacker, like you can take from at Ohio State, and so it's really hard to narrow down one guy.
All right, so this is a very popular question. Everybody loves this question. What is one game you went off where nobody could stop you? That could be any level. That could be Pop Warner.
And it's always Pop Warner answers too. Like it's never college, never.
Playing running back at Pop Warner, it could be anything. Nobody can stop you.
Oh man. Well, I can't say anything in Pop Warner because on the offensive side of the ball, I played center. So Not many stats there. High school, maybe. I think Lincoln Way East, maybe my senior year. I had like, I think 28 tackles or something like that.
You that game, huh?
No, I mean, this past year, Penn State is one of those games that just everything kind of clicked. I was playing at a high level, so just kind of took advantage of it. And I feel I played well in the national championship. So, yeah.
Now for this next question, I know some of the music your family be listening to, a little country music now. That's what I would be guessing. So what is on your game day playlist?
Game day playlist. I listen to whatever the team's listening to. I don't usually have like headphones in or anything. I just kind of like to be by myself. But definitely country's up there. If I'm driving down the road, that's what's playing. But I like all kinds of music. I'll listen to it all.
It's interesting to see what people listen to, but you're definitely not listening to like Florida Georgia line before a game. But
they got some hits though. They got some heat.
All right, so I'm a uniform guy. What is your favorite uniform at Ohio State?
I like the throwbacks that we wear in the playoffs with the gray sleeve. The whites are clean, and then the reds with the black numbers are probably my favorite. It's hard to say. We wear like the same stuff.
Like one time a year you guys change it up, so that's
but those are probably the top.
Now for this next one, a lot of people give some crazy answers, so give us some real answers for this one. So you got 3 dinner guests, dead or alive. Who are you choosing?
Well, number one, I'll probably say my girlfriend. She'll get me if I don't. 3 dinner guests. I'm taking I'm probably Kobe. I'll take Kobe.
okay.
And I gotta take an actor. And we need some entertainment. I don't know. Will Ferrell's probably one of my favorites. Denzel Washington's another one. I don't know. That's
a lot better than some of the ones. We like people come on here and be like Jesus Christ, Martin Luther King. Like, come on, like what kind of dinner is that?
No, Kobe for sure from a mindset perspective.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so for the last question, we asked everybody this. It's kind of a goofy one, but in the movie Cars, do they have life insurance or car insurance?
They gotta have life insurance.
Okay. That's a very popular answer. Very popular answer. That's what most people have said.
Yeah, and then you have some people that say health insurance. Like my brother Jacob came out here giving his own damn answers and shit. Like there's 2 answers.
All right, so that's all we got for interview. We appreciate you again, man. And we can watch you in the NFL, especially this upcoming weekend or 2 weekends from now. We're gonna watch you for the draft, man. We're gonna be supporting you over here at 6-Man Blitz.
No, guys, I appreciate you having me on, and best of luck with everything. I've listened to some of your guys' stuff, and it's been cool. It's been interesting.
Yeah, we definitely came from a couple beginnings. Don't watch the first episode. That's
All right, man. That's all we got. So appreciate you again.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
All right, we're back. Hope you guys enjoyed that interview. We got some more great content for you guys coming soon. We're starting to make a nice little squad out of these interviews. Got PT at quarterback, got Ty Isaac, Jake Mann at running back, got Kyle Prater out wide out. Defensive side, we got Joe Spizak at D tackle, Julian and Tuf at linebacker, Jacob at the back. Might need some more linemen. We got a nice squad assembling, man.
A lot of Bolingbrook people too. Like shit. If you went to Bolingbrook and you're an athlete, you're coming on the show, bro. That's a given. You know we're gonna get you on the show.
Only connections we got so far, but we get some basketball guys too. Maybe make a star 5. I mean, you know how it be, man. But I was getting some sports talk. We got some good sports talk with Julian Edelman retiring, Jadeveon Clowney signing with the Browns, and Jamal Murray out with a torn ACL. So let's get right into it. Julian Edelman. As soon as Julian Edelman retired, you just knew the Hall of Fame debate was going to come up. It happens every time someone retires. But do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
I like all the Hall of Famers are looking like, nah, don't bring that man in there. But if the Hall of Fame was all about playoffs, there's really no receiver better than Julian Edelman in the playoffs. He's only behind Jerry Rice with stats, but I saw a thing that said Jeremy Maclin has better stats in the regular season than Julian Edelman. Yeah, that really tells you that he shouldn't be in that Hall of Fame.
Edelman never had a Pro Bowl either. He had a Pro Bowl's a fan vote. But everyone quick to pull out these stats. As soon as he retired, Hines Ward was trending on Twitter. Reggie Wayne was trending on Twitter. I was like,
yeah,
damn.
Hines Ward isn't even in yet. That's
a crazy thing. But you got to remember, it's the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Stats. Everybody quick as hell to bring up these stats. I'm like, chill, man. Let him retire for a day, then bring that argument. It's like, as soon as somebody retires, it's like, are they a Hall of Famer? And we did the same thing with Cam Newton, and he's not even retired yet.
Yeah.
I think he'll get in eventually. I don't know.
Think so? He's not going to be like our first ballot or nothing. He's not going to.
No. Not first, second ballot, because look at some receivers that haven't got in yet. But we'll get in eventually, man, because, look what he did in the playoffs. And he's a Patriot, too.
He has a good story, too. He was a quarterback turned receiver. He was drafted in the 7th round, too, or something crazy like that.
He didn't have a single offer coming out of high school and junior college. Went to Kansas State to play quarterback. They drafted him 7th round. He was about to go play DB, and he was returning punts. It's like he definitely exceeded expectations, but it's sad to see. They were talking about his knee. He had to, medically retire. They were talking about if he had to play longer, he wouldn't be able to play, a full season. As soon as he retired, everyone's like, as soon as he got released first, and an hour later, he was, retired. But first got released, everyone's like, oh, watch him go to the Bucks. I was the same way. I was like, oh. And so Scotty Miller shaking that water. Ooh. Scotty Miller getting scared, man. Because that's Edelman. But I think he'll get in eventually.
I hope so, and I hope he enjoys retirement, man. But take it easy.
Yeah, because, just when he gets out, his stats, they're showing right now, but I think everyone will start to appreciate him more when he's gone a little, because he's not eligible. You're not eligible for 5 years. So
that's crazy.
All right, so speaking of NFL, the Cleveland Browns making money moves. Jadeveon Clowney signing with the Cleveland Browns. Opposite of Myles Garrett, a good move, bad move.
It's a good move because their rotation they have is nasty. They still have Olivier Vernon, who had 9.5 sacks last year. But Clowney, he out of college, you expected him to be this dominant pass rusher. He hasn't given you a double-digit sack season yet. His best season, you would think he would have a good seasons with J.J. Watt still being a great pass rusher, but he still hasn't given you. But as a second piece or a third piece, he's going to give you good numbers. So I think it's a great move. This Browns team, you can start seeing them at the level with the Chiefs because they got the offense, and then they just had Troy Hill, Johnson in the secondary. Ooh.
That was their biggest problem, that secondary. Their backup quarterback, Case Keenum, was making more than the secondary players. All of them. They got all these LSU guys and stuff, and your quarterback's making more money. Your backup quarterback's making more money than every DB. It's not going to win a lot. You're not going to win the Super Bowl. You will win a lot of games, but we saw that Bucs defense though. When they played the Saints, they locked them down, and that's what ultimately won them. Patrick Hill's running for his life, but I think this is a good move. If Clowney had a terrible year last year.
Yeah, he did.
Terrible. But like you said, the hype coming out of college, he showed good potential on the Texans, don't get me wrong. But if he can just be good opposite of Myles Garrett, he's not the number one guy. Everybody knows that. But if he can just do half what Myles Garrett does, or maybe a little less than half, because Myles Garrett maybe getting 20 sacks, maybe 15. 15 to 20 in that range. So if he
put up numbers,
he can get 5, 7.
that would be good because with the Titans, they brought him in to be the guy. Man, how many sacks did he have last year? He had like, I don't think he had a sack.
I think he had 0. Because remember that team, they didn't get a sack until like week 13, bro.
That's sad.
Clowney, they signed you for one reason. You sacked the quarterback. But, I mean, think about it now. I think the Bengals got to draft a tackle here at number 5.
Yeah.
They got to tackle. The
Joe
Steelers.
Burrow,
Yeah, Joe
it's
Burrow.
not looking good.
Hospital again, man. But the Steelers, they gotta. The Steelers, nobody cares about the Steelers. The Ravens, they got a good, but they might trade Orlando Pace, right? Or Ronnie Stanley, one of the two. So they've been talking.
You might come to the Bears, bro. You seen that?
Yeah, everybody in the rumor mill like coming to the Bears, man. Like, nah, they're not coming to the Bears.
We need to protect our ginger, man. We need to keep him safe.
We'll get Justin Fields, man. Yes, sir. So that's all. Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray tore his ACL. Is this good for the West, bad for the Nuggets, obviously? Where do you see this separation process?
Now it's really like an opening for the teams like the Jazz and the Suns. Like, because, you know, everybody's seen the Denver Nuggets last year. They were like, they were a playoff team. They thought they'd make that next jump for this next playoffs, but that's a tough break, man. But, like, you still think of the Lakers and the Clippers. As long as you get that conference finals matchup, I'm still going to be happy. But Jamal Murray, no, tough break.
Hey, my tweet the other day, Suns Nets finals? Could we see it?
I beefed it, but I don't know. The Suns are looking good, but you know who beat them.
And
you know who beat them.
But with the Nuggets out, though, that eliminates a few teams. And who's going to come in the West now? Like, who's going to replace the Jazz? Or not the Jazz. The Nuggets are still going to make it, though, but they're not that strong. They just signed Austin Rivers to replace Jamal Murray or take a bigger role, but they're not replacing him. But Jamal Murray, hey, after that bubble, after that clip from his girlfriend got released, got hacked. Never the same. Never the same.
Dude, I think, though, like, this is actually good for Michael Porter Jr., though. When you think about it, he's going to have a chance to step up and get, like, a big-time role. We'll see what he's been hooping lately. You know, he's 17 a game right now, but tough break.
Hey, maybe good news for Bol.
That man gets no minutes.
Bol at point guard? Question mark? What if they playing just a trash team, right?
Yeah.
You know, they playing some trash team, the Thunder. Screw it, Thunder. Bol is out there at point guard, man. Put on ESPN, everybody watch it.
They had that in the bubble. They had that that big starting lineup. They had Jokic, Porter, Bol.
Jokic will be trying to dribble the ball up the floor and I watch. I'm like, hey, Jokic, what you doing, man? He be trying to pull up, just dribbling the ball. I'm like, man, what you doing, man? Hey, but the Nuggets, they're always contenders in the West, but they never come big, so this isn't really nobody picked the Nuggets to win anyway.
Yeah, they were nobody's favorites. Although Aaron Gordon, there was a little stat. You look like the Lakers, Clippers are a little nervous, but nah.
Nobody even remembers that Aaron Gordon trade at this point. All right, what you got closing remarks, man?
Joel Embiid for MVP. He's back. 36 against the Mavericks last week. A couple days ago, he had that little shake on Willie Cauley-Stein. Dude, this is his year, the Sixers. This is their year. I've been speaking into existence since the beginning of Six-Man Blitz. But who else can take his spot for MVP? Damian Lillard, okay, maybe if you're going by resume. But the Trailblazers, they're the 5th seed. So, I mean, really, MVP is about being most valuable player, having one of the highest rankings. So, Embiid, it's my guy.
My closing remark is another MVP candidate, Steph Curry. He's the highest. He's the Golden State Warrior leading scorer now. That's the Will Chamberlain. So that I feel like it's a good accomplishment. He's already got assists, field goals made, 3-pointers, obviously. So hey, look at Curry, man. So inspirational, man. Made me laugh, made me smile. Nice. What you got?
53 every game for them to make the playoffs.
Wiseman's out now too, so it's not looking good, man. I feel bad for the Golden State Warriors trainers, man. They got hella people hurt. They always on standby. What you got for song of the week, man?
You know, I was listening to a song started off TikTok today, Dancing in the Moonlight. I like the vibes, you know. So it's a throwback. I know, hey, some of our older viewers, you know, they're going to be like, hey. But, yeah, that's what I got. What you got?
Hey, that man, Papa Huff, was just his birthday. He gonna like that song, man. For mine, it was Levitating. It's that TikTok song. Everybody going crazy on TikTok over the baby. So I gotta go Levitating. If you guys having a bad day, just put on Levitating, just vibe in the car, just vibe out. That's what I be doing. I be delivering those pizzas. Oh, no,
be levitating, huh?
Be levitating, man. But that's all we got for this episode. Make sure to keep downloading, keep subscribing. 91 subscribers now, almost at 100.
Hey, if you want another giveaway, you know, we had a big turnout for our last giveaway. Shout out LJ Brockington, man. Giveaway winner.
People
Somebody say it's rigged.
People go say it's rigged.
Dude, the funny thing is he still hasn't got the giveaway thing yet. Still hasn't picked up the jersey.
That man LJ, he got a cut from Jocelyn, and he didn't pick it up for like a year.
No, I dropped it off to him, bro. Like a year.
It's crazy, man. But we're close. Got a giveaway at 100. So 9 more people just subscribe. Hey, tell your neighbors, man. They go relay the message. Everybody loves sports. They just gotta subscribe, man. They don't even gotta watch the videos. They just gotta subscribe. But make sure to keep subscribing, keep downloading Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, 6 Man Blitz. And that's all we got for you guys. See you guys next week. Peace.